Hello, welcome back to Trails of Cold Steel 2. I'm thinking about not starting every episode in that exact same way, because for me it feels like it's repetitive, but I'm not sure. But I'm thinking about it. I just say that to distract myself. But now,
Where do you want to go?
last time I spent a lot of time on the Courageous, did a lot of talking to people, and I think that was about it. There's one thing that I didn't finish, but so I'm gonna go to Ymir
Full speed ahead!
and I guess talk to people and do the snowboarding minigame mostly. There is apparently a new fish as well. I think this is gonna take a while because there's a lot of people to talk to. I'm not a fan of the snowboarding minigame, honestly. Ooh. Like, it's not the worst minigame imaginable, but it's not like... It's not inspired. It's just kind of rote. Same old product of its time. I'm really glad this game has a turbo function though. Because if it didn't, stuff like this would be even slower than it is already.
I did it!
Okay, anything interesting? Enchantment and a new board. Okay, new quartz. Oh wait, did I get Wrath or was that something that I'm gonna get soon? That's something I get later. So enchantment is Grim Butterfly, Cross Crusade, Phantom Phobia. Weird. Makes enemies more likely to notice you, so it's Scent. Did they replace Scent with enchantment and they didn't want to call it Scent anymore because they thought that was weird? I can respect that choice. Never mind, I already have Scent. Why not just make it a variant of Scent instead of calling it enchantment? Just seems unnecessary. Oh! Is the Lost Eden art affected by EP cut? It shouldn't be. It must be though. That must explain why it doesn't use all of her EP when it's cast. It absolutely should though. Like, it's the type of thing that feels like it should, regardless of having an EP cut, it should consume everything. Because otherwise what's the point? I guess I get rid of Yggdrasil? It must be that EP cut applies, which it really feels like it shouldn't, but it does, probably. Now there's a lot of people to talk to. Does this guy have anything new to say? Or is he going to say, oh, he's not even here? That's different, so he probably doesn't have the same line. A couple of young people showed up, okay, so we know who they are. It's basically just introducing that they're here. It's Monkus' friends. I think because there's so many people to talk to, I'm basically going to skim through most of those sorts of dialogues. Because there's kind of nothing of value when it's just talking about people we already know about. She might have something new. Never mind. Finally managed to chase Kerrigan off, but he's only a minor nuisance compared to my worry about Kenneth. See, this is one that I keep because Kenneth, I truly hope nothing has happened to him. Yakko. I could buy more of these. Anything to say here? River's Liberation reached here somehow. Makes me real proud. Feel safe visiting them. Airliner got hijacked over by Ruhr. I did see a ship flying into the mountains not that long ago, come to think of it. This is plot relevant to a side quest. Maybe that was it. I mean, it doesn't reveal anything new. Actually, scary times we live in. I'm going to delay progress for a second. Come on. Come on. Rest twice. And then go back up to the courageous. I want to get that melee thing out of the way. This. It was close to done, but the last one didn't work. And I think I figured out that it was because magic evasion didn't count as a counterattack or something weird. So what I wanted to swap was give her Falco and some extra evasion. This is inefficient, but I'm just gonna leave those spaces empty. And then who has Evergreen equipped? Does she? No. Evergreen. So Evergreen is equipped. 40% evasion, 90% when Falco's procced. So she should be able to get the 3 counterattacks that I need. 1, 2, 3, 4, go. I need... I want to double check. Oh, okay, yeah. Win without using arts, easy. Counter 3 times. As long as Laura attacks... As long as they attack Laura with things that can be countered,
Very well.
it'll be really easy.
Now,
Okay.
She will Concealing Wind for the crit.
let's move.
He will actually do nothing.
My
I
turn.
love this game. It's so well designed. Oh, there's a different... No, that's the back of it. Just has a different color for some reason. So I need things to attack her in a way that she can actually counterattack. But I'm not going to be able to counterattack anything.
Won't give up.
Because they don't actually attack you in ways that you can counterattack.
Yeah.
Like, you can't counterattack if they don't use attacks that can be countered. Like, what is this trash design?
This is nothing.
It's absolute garbage.
Leave this to me.
I won't give up.
He needs to waste so many items to not die because I can't use arts to heal.
My turn.
She can't do anything either because I don't want to waste the first attack. I guess I could consider... Sure, they're not going to attack me anyway. It's not worth doing anything.
My turn.
So everyone else just needs to not die.
Thanks. Let's move.
And get out of the way.
Leave this to me.
She needs to be standing near it so she gets attacked.
My turn.
You need to get out because you're dead weight.
I'll handle this.
You're also dead weight.
Onward.
And now it's RNG time! Lovely design. Auto, you have to counter 3 times because of
My
luck.
turn.
Absolute trash.
Okay.
Leave this to me.
And the insight's gone. Because 5 turns before they got to do anything, I didn't even delay them intentionally once. Absolute garbage design.
My turn.
I'll handle
Oh, this isn't even worth it. I'll just restart.
My
Absolute trash design in every way imaginable.
My turn.
Like, there's nothing compelling about this setup.
Leave this-
Oh, they don't even
My
use
turn.
attacks that you can
My turn.
counter. I'm not even going to try again right now.
My
I'm sick of this garbage.
Here I go.
I've tried it once today. It's such bad design.
Leave.
Let's move. Very.
My.
Leave this to me.
Here I go. Very.
I'll handle it.
You know what? Let's just... The game's over.
Time to bye.
Absolutely terrible design in every way imaginable. Like, I'll try one more time because I can just quit out, but... Why? Okay, actually... I can't leave. Holy, this is terrible design. Oh, I don't want to do this right now. You have to confirm anyway. What a waste of time.
Here I go. Let's keep moving.
Like, what terrible design this is. Like, come on. At least maintain some basic logic to your design. Come on. Oh, you can't exit out of this because you clicked start. Yes, there's a confirmation, but is it so hard to have a leave option?
Choose. Your.
Hey, that might count. If I'm lucky, that attack counted as one.
Here I go.
Onward.
I mean, they're not going to attack her, but...
I'll handle this. Now's.
I'll handle it.
Come on, attack, please? Nope. Like... Okay, that counted at least, maybe? Hopefully it's done now.
I won't give up.
Like, this design is trash.
I won't give up.
Okay.
Onward.
Like,
Very well. I won't give up. Now!
I'll handle
I don't know why you would think, oh yeah,
Hostiles
you have to
neutralized.
intentionally
Persist.
stall and hope they attack you in ways that counterattacks actually counterattack. And it doesn't even count. There were clearly 3 counterattacks there. I'm done. I'm never gonna bother. Maybe there's some basic trick. Maybe the counterattacks don't count because Fee wasn't in melee range, so it was a ranged counterattack. Absolutely trash design. It's not fun. It's not difficult. Outside of
Where do you
just
want to
being
go?
awkward
Leave
in
it to
every
me.
way. Back to the fun part, and that's talking to random people about random garbage. Is this gonna be some weird romance? What are these hot springs? They toughen you up? No, they don't. There's this super strong old guy who loves them. Hot spring free for everyone. Don't kick up a fuss. Quit lying. Weird. This girl scares him. Stuck at dealing with people like her. I wonder why. Because she's insane. And willing to harass people because she doesn't understand what a hot spring is. I guess because she doesn't go to school? So she just skips school so she doesn't have basic understandings of reasonably normal things? It's hard to believe. Maple's behavior is impeccable in front of guests. She's adaptable to her surroundings, at least to the inns. If only she took her work a little more seriously, she'd be perfect. Well, that melee test is never going to happen. I'm never going to bother trying again. I say now, but I'll try it once every episode because I want it to be gone. The war situation seems to be developing more quickly by the day. 2 visitors. Don't care. Yeah, okay, it's all about the 2 visitors that no one actually cares about. How are they able to stay here? Like, who's paying? Are they able to stay for free? Word has it people town are thrilled to have been liberated. Proud that you were among the ones responsible. Relax in the hot springs. Oh yeah, the hot springs is free, isn't it? And it fully restores everything? Oh, and I can't skip it faster than this. Because this visual is totally necessary. Totally necessary. I mean, it's basically the fee for using it to restore HP and EP is wasting your own time, but it is still very boring. Who are these kids? Oh, it's Sunday school. Classes today. Teacher for the class is here now because these are the only children attending. A lot more lively back when they attended. History and literature. I can't wait to get started on the literature. They get to read fairy tales. History's easy. All you have to do is memorize dates. Nah, memorizing dates is boring. Letter from Ruhr Cathedral. How did a letter get here so quickly? It's been... So, rest day yesterday. It was liberated the day before. Do they really have that much flow back and forth in the middle of a war? That they would be able to send a letter that quick? Because, like, I don't know. I mean, they actually do. Everything suggests that while the rails are operating slower, they still operate regularly, despite the fact that it's in the middle of a war, but weird. Yep. Order. It's almost as if it's taking place in a clearly defined framework. Battles that are captured, great powers colliding. It almost reminds me of the War of the Lions, which you were not at and you only read in a book. Playing out according to someone's designs. There's been no explicit mention of the War of the Lions being carried out according to someone else's designs. But I guess they're saying someone's trying to replicate it for some reason. Ooh, it's gonna be some time mumbo jumbo. That could be interesting. We were both overjoyed to hear with Liberation Ruhr. We get money from this. It's beneficial monetarily. Ruhr is liberated, wonderful news. Easier to get all the stuff we need. And it's a kid. Some kind of doll. At least put a doll on the shelf and not a bunch of, like, packaged goods. Come on. That's so lazy. Some kind of doll? What the heck's a manju anyway? Check this out, Patiri. Wait, you're not Patiri. Stop confusing me. Like, sure. You could probably put a manju in a metal container. Sure. There wouldn't be a doll. There's no doll here. At least put a single doll sitting there. It wouldn't be that hard, probably. But it's just a detail that they don't care about for some reason, despite caring about all these side characters having little stories to them. Like, at least make them...
Oh, I could probably...
Make the setting reflect it properly if you have all these stories you're telling. Didn't I get a better... I think I had a better... No, Lake Lord Star is the highest tier that I have. Okay, I'm just looking...
Whoa, this is a big one.
Actually, I'm gonna double check though. Yeah. A salamander in a mountain river or stream. That definitely makes sense. Yeah.
Not what I had in mind.
I mean, the reason you can get a salamander here is because you can catch everything here, so that if at the end of the game you skipped fishing, you can just do all your fishing here right before the end of the game, probably. But I'm supposed to be able to catch a queen crab potentially, but you don't have to catch it here. There's one later that I'll be able to catch it at.
Caught one.
Because this is not the dedicated location for the queen crab. It's just I can catch it because it's been unlocked in the pond, but I can still catch anything else that's been unlocked.
Now that's a catch.
Just have ooh, that's good, Sepith. After this, I have a few more people to talk to, and then I go to Socks and Iron Mine for a trial chest. Because I don't have the necessary characters previously. I didn't have the necessary characters previously.
Caught one.
Anyway, I could use ground bait. It's not worth it. Well, it's not worth it, because in the previous game I didn't use a single ground bait anyway, so it wouldn't even be wasteful. I was confused for a second because I was thinking, oh, there's a lot more to explore because Ymir is very similar to Legram in layout. It's not the same at all, but I was thinking, oh, I'm still gonna have to go to the dojo and all that, but no, it's basically done. It's not quite done, but it's close. I'm so ready for the New Year's festivities. You know what I'm talking about, Rini. Food, tons of it. You know what food means? Time to think about how fat I'm gonna get from eating it all. Just food, food, food. How does the seasoning taste? Master at cooking. Prepping for the new year. You should be plenty more robust than they are now. Person have always felt it was a shame. Traditions lost to time. We know our ancestors always gave thanks to the spirits of the mountains, but we never kept record of much more than that. Nice to rekindle old traditions. Settle for upholding what we know. So, Reen's dad should be here, right? He's not. Where is he? Ah. Right here. I ran right past him. Buddo. Sorry, Buddo. I want to go out hunting too, but Father Bernard still says no. Not that you can understand even if I try to explain. Oh well. I suppose it can't hurt to play with you for a while. It could. He never changes. I'm working together with Moritz on the New Year's Eve. I don't care. The woods to the west are freezing. Take care not to take any detours. Not allowed to go hunting, just on patrol for today. Good work. Okay, nothing important. What? Sorry. This is not the weather to be raising plants, right? Like this thing here is, I think, the thing on the other side is to protect the plants underneath, but these are all loose. Exposed to the elements and the frost. The soil they are planted in actively is covered in frost. I don't know enough about plants. Maybe those are fine. Maybe there's plants that grow green like that in the middle of winter. I already talked to them. Okay. Yeah, I'm done. I'm gonna do one thing real quick. I'm gonna need Elliot and Gaius for the trial chest. Over in Saxon Mountain Path 2. So, they already have full EP? Good. I was thinking I needed to recharge their EP so that I could just use that. Oh, wait. I'm gonna have to waste time equipping them, aren't I? I love having to equip gear on people that I only use for a minute. It's a lot of fun. Sure. Sure. No, let's focus on him. Tauros. And domination. Oh, wait, no, I need the evasion back. She'll equip with something else later, if I remember. Or I'll leave Laura lightly under-equipped, and it won't be an issue because I'm not playing on Nightmare. I'm playing Ultimate Cheese. Tauros. I just think it's not balanced. This Tauros domination stuff is a mess, and it shouldn't be so easy to do. I will need to pick up an upgrade if I can, though. Nope, wrong direction. Gaius. Done. I'm actually gonna see if I can just do the trial chest like that. Like, domination, any spare attack quartz I have, which I have an attack 2 and an attack 1 to spare, and just see if I can just do it like this. Mostly to for a personal illustration of the fact that S-crafts are not balanced, and that combat is bad in these games.
Where do you want to go?
So I need to go to Saxon Iron Mine.
Full speed ahead!
And I need to get to number 2. No idea where that's going to be specifically. Saxon Mountain Path 2. I think there's a few other... I feel like there's some other trial chests that I've missed. Elliot and Gaius, level 89. Come on.
Watch out, guys.
Ah, not a big enough AoE to kill them all instantly. What a shame. Wow. Oh no, I have the wrong S-break on him.
I'm sorry, everyone.
He has the wrong S-break equipped. I forgot that he had the heal S-break equipped.
If it's a fight they want.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Okay, I'm dead because I froze on the first hit.
That's embarrassing.
So you can't quite do it this easily, though I
Wins.
do kind of think this is a pretty trash enemy encounter. Like, I think any enemy encounter that can just freeze you to death
Thank you.
without giving you time to do anything is kind of lame.
You're mine.
I'm sorry, everyone.
I'm gonna go one more time before I reload, but...
That's embarrassing.
So,
Watch
start
out,
the fight
guys.
right here. Every single enemy gets a turn before Elliot's does. That's fine. But they cast arts that hit for 7k almost,
It's my turn.
which is kind of crazy. Are these guys weak to Nightmare? Yes. Well, they are susceptible to Nightmare.
Chime in darkness.
And that does absolutely non-existent damage. Okay, well, I'm going to have to reload. At least you can't do it because Gaius's S-craft is small. And they space them out. That's good. I still think it's a bad fight design. Nothing's going to change my opinion on that. That trial chests are not well designed ever. Except for that one where you could actually like plan stuff in an interesting way. I don't know what to equip on him. Like, you would never need a move 1 and a move 2. It would do nothing, because you already have enough movement with just a move 2. Most of the time. Sure. Shield. And a harvest. With HP. You will have a Master Quartz because otherwise you don't do anything. Also, extra large area, large. The remedy, whatever, is better as an S-break, but I hate the locations of characters. I guess this is doomed anyway. Let's just position them in random spots for now. Okay, that's them. Why is Gaius... Oh, because I changed his quartz. I guess I should find the Passionate Rouge. Oh, yeah, he is like 5 levels under Fee. And his weapon is worse. I'm not equipping that on him because I'll forget that I want to equip it on someone else. Who am I using always? Her? Sure, it's an upgrade, but then I can equip those on someone else. Nope. So I'm going to temporarily remove that. I hate swapping items in this game and this entire series. Okay, I need freeze immunity. Passionate Rouge gives freeze immunity. He needs freeze immunity as well. Freeze. I don't like looking for items because freeze. It's a pain. I guess I should also give him some arts to work with. Ooh, I could give him the super heal. Sure. He's not gonna be able to actually cast it though, so it's completely useless to give him, so why bother? Waterfall. Completely worthless. Such a bad quartz. Maybe there's situations where you're grinding and it's useful, but outside of that, it really seems very bad. Cross Crusade and Voice Breaker, sure. Let's give him Ares. Defense. I probably want fire arts. Though I'm basically just gonna be using Cross Crusade, so I don't really need offensive arts, I think. Let's give him Volcanic Rain. And nothing else important. Sure, cast is good. Give him an action 3 and a mind 1. Let's just see how it goes. Really not a fan of
Where do you want
combat
to
in this
go?
series.
Full speed ahead!
Because combat it's too like either trivial or obnoxious. There was the I'm actually happy with the fights with the whatchamacallit, I can't remember what they're called.
We'll have to fight.
Instant 0 arts, instant 1 shot, I guarantee it.
I'm sorry.
Gaming. Gaming. Literally nothing I could have done. Like, 0 arts on the first turn, so I can't S-break to avoid it. Gaming. What a good game design.
Enemies ahead. We'll have to fight.
It's so trash. In every way.
Right.
Okay, will he be able to get this cast in time? No, he will die. Well, I guess I kind of just have to go for it. And just hope this does enough. And then do this. What
Oh,
combat design?
did it.
Like,
No complaints here.
ooh, twin cyclones, extra large area. Wow, that would have been useful for this exact fight. Absolutely the pinnacle of combat. This series, moi, the best combat design. God, it's so bad. I hate it so much. Some fights are interesting, but it's too much like one shot or get one shot for a lot of stuff, and it's just frustrating because there's nothing interesting about getting one shot. Wait, for this order.
Where do you want to
Okay,
go?
time to go to the Isengard range. Because I'm just gonna go there for the side quest. Are we ready to help out Klein and Hibel? Once we do, there's no coming back until we're done. Oh, I'm not ready because I have to change equipment. We'd better make sure we've got everything we could possibly need before we head off. Because you can't change equipment easily. No, no, no. Don't let people do that. That might make the game less obnoxious. Oops. It doesn't unequip Master Quartzes. Okay, Tauros is back. Oh, okay, no, I did take it off. Good. Tauros. Domination. Set up. Set up. Set up. Not set up. What did I steal from her? I don't remember. Oh, one of these was a Sepith. Septium Vein. The other was forgettable and probably didn't matter. So I will make it Speedbreaker 2. Sure. Wait, that's 15 strength. Sorry. You're not keeping that. You will take Voicebreaker 2. And instead, I'll get a Speedbreaker 2 here. Because 15 strength is 15 strength. She's not full HP. Optimally, I should go back to Ymir. I'm not going to bother. But I should save.
Where do you want to go?
Isengard. Game dialogue. Commence operation. The courageous departed for the Isengard range, and being careful not to alert the armed group to their approach, they safely landed at the rendezvous point. Being careful not to alert the armed group to their approach. The armed group that they don't know the location of. Impressive job. They don't know at all where the armed group is. Hey, you made it. Oh, it's this nerd. I don't even remember who he is, really. Also, those glasses do not look right. Also, the guy on the right... Well, the guy on the right carrying a gun looks very weird. Klein. Hibel. I recognize Hibel, but I cannot remember who he was, specifically. Klein was a swimming club. Hibel must have been in a club. What was it? Haha, we've been waiting for you. I'm happy to see you here too, Laura. Thank you for coming. Hibel. He wasn't in the library, was he? I'm happy to see you're both okay. Have you been fighting by yourselves all this time? If they were fighting, they would be dead. I just don't know why they'd be so strong. Yeah. We've been trying to do what we can to support other Thor students, because you guys are able to support other students, and it's not other students that need to support you for some reason, because you're named characters. We've been hearing a lot about what you've all been up to on the Courageous, too. We've been doing our best to stay up to date on how the war is going. That's how we came to find out about this incident. Anyway, we can catch up later. Right now, we'd better focus on the task at hand. You did come regarding our request, right? Nope. Coincidence. We certainly did. An airliner was hijacked, wasn't it? And you said it was hidden around here. That's right. It's just over there. I thought they were trying to find it. Wow, so conveniently close. So that's the airliner. That model's used in Ruhr, too. The craggy terrain does make this a pretty top-notch hiding place. Thing that design's used in Ruhr 2 is just about the most nothing statement she could have made. Because it's like saying, oh, that's a Boeing 747. That's used in the Toronto airport. That's used in the New York airport. That's used in Washington airports. Like, it's completely meaningless. Top-notch hiding place, whatever. I'm guessing those two standing watch outside were involved in the hijacking. How would they know? For sure. Like, how would they know with certainty that they were involved in the hijacking? I can't help but feel like I've seen those outfits somewhere before. Now that you mention it. From what I gather, they're mercenaries of some kind who were hiding among the airliner's passengers. Once inside, they took control of the airliner over the Norcia province, then threatened the captain into landing here. They've got civilian hostages inside. Nobles included. Leave them be then. What are they after? It's all but certain the ransom money is their objective. The war is growing fiercer by the day, so neither the Imperial Army nor the Noble Alliance forces have any spare manpower. So they would be more likely to hire a Jaeger corps, right? Or a mercenary corps. My guess is that they're trying to take advantage of that to make a profit. How despicable. They should be ashamed of themselves for trying to take advantage of the misfortune of others. As if the Jaeger profession that inherently preys on war doesn't do that by default. Like, Jaegers are paid to fight people, kill people. Not saying that this is not worse, but the sentence he is discussing, the sentence he uses, also just applies to anything any mercenary does ever. Unless it's a mercenary corps that only works for rescue operations or something. Like, it's just nothing. And I'm making too much out of it. I'm really impressed how much you were able to discover about them, though. We're working alongside them at the moment. What? Deep cover? We ran into a squad of theirs not too long ago and ended up swapping info. Been working together ever since. That's when they let me borrow this rifle, too. Oh, right. It's kind of weird seeing you with one, though. Anyway, getting back to the subject at hand. Neither army has the manpower to do anything about this right now. So we were wondering if we might be able to rescue the hostages ourselves. Gotta show that we're military students at some point, right? They've managed to avoid getting caught up till now, so I imagine they're feeling fairly cocky at this point, enough to let their guard down. So with your help, we might even be able to capture them along with saving the hostages. Or we can capture them and not save the hostages, is what you're saying? So, think you could lend us a hand? Of course. There are civilian lives at stake here. There's no way we could turn a blind eye. Knowing what we do, I feel it's all only right that we assist you. Yep, and we've come all this way. Might as well do what we can. Thanks. This will make things a lot easier on our end. We'll be counting on you. Right, our current plan was drawn up based on the assumption that only Hibel and I would be participating. Now that we've got you and the Courageous here, it could probably do with a few modifications. You guys ready to modify the plan? Like, who goes, you guys ready? When they're just needing to modify a plan. Together, they set about devising a new operation to capture the criminals and ensure the well-being of the hostages. And once they'd finished fleshing out the details, all that was left to be done was wait for the perfect opportunity to begin. How long are we going to have to stay out here? I'm freezing my butt off. You're telling me. Seems like the ransom negotiations aren't really going anywhere either. And the orbital wave reception up here is downright pitiful to top it all off. What, you serious? Man, this sucks. Damn it. I wish we could have at least stayed inside and watched over the female hostages instead. Ah, well. I'm guessing we'll be moving somewhere else before long. Then we... Sorry, that's not going to happen. Or, instead of announcing your presence, you could just... Bing, bang, boom. They're unconscious. Or dead, but it would be unconscious. Like... Why would you announce yourself? It's so stupid. I know it's a trope in every piece of media, but you could just not announce yourself and take them out and it'd be easy. Who are you?
You're in my way.
My
I need to reposition.
one.
I didn't mean to click twice.
Of course.
Very
Oh, I
well.
have to scan them. Oh, I hate having to scan enemies. Drop out, drop out.
Here I go.
Of course.
My turn. Now. Here I go.
Why is he taking 0 damage? Is it just the Eustace and Emma have absolutely garbage strength? So it's below their defense value? Again, like, it's remarkable how non-lethal they are with swords, guns, and magic staves, and arrows. They never kill people somehow. Think we did that quietly enough to not draw attention from inside. Yeah, looks like they're none the wiser. In the 5 seconds since you took them down, they're none the wiser, you know that. Sure. And now I remember where I'd seen their uniforms before too. It's the same as what the Jaeger dropouts we encountered in Nord were wearing. Oh, I remember now. They said their name was Bugbear, I believe? Oh yeah, the ones Gideon hired. Yep, they like to call themselves a group of mercenaries. This seems to be all of them. But. What does the but have to do with it? There's no but. They like to call themselves a group of mercenaries. And this seems to be all of them. There's no but. What would Bugbear be doing here? Aren't they the ones that hijacked it to make money? What is this question? This doesn't make any sense. They were supposed to have been handed over to the Republican Army. So we're up against a group of Jaeger dropouts? Doesn't sound like this will be easy. Like, I don't know why you'd even have faith that, oh, they're handed over. Like, you don't know them personally. How do you know for a fact? Like, oh, this looks like all of them. When you saw 2 of them, and Bugbear was definitely more than 2 people. Like, there's no... If we saw their faces right now, and we're like, oh, this is every single one we saw at the previous location that we handed over. Sure. Saying, oh, they were supposed to be handed over to the Republican military, whatever. Sure. That would be fine. But you don't even see their faces, so you don't know it's the same people. So it's just a nothing question that they don't deserve to have asked. How'd this go on your end? Very well indeed. We found a way to infiltrate the liner while you were busy fighting. And as soon as we were ready to start the next part of our operation, we'll use that route to sneak inside. With just the 2 of you? No worries, we'll be fine. Remember, we're second years. It's about time we start setting an example in combat anyway. So to confirm, we'll be acting as 2 groups, and we'll be using the confusion to rescue the hostages. Ready to begin? Ready as we'll ever be. We'll do our part to make this plan a success. We'll start sneaking in through the ship's hold then. Best of luck, guys. It's classic Class 7. Oh, we'll make a plan and act on it on the assumption that the enemies are incompetent. And it will work because they are incompetent. Because, like, the correct thing for them to do is stay with the hostages. So they can just shoot guns at people and threaten it. Like, they shouldn't leave the hostages for a second. And it just works out because they're incompetent, probably. It hasn't worked out yet, but my assumption is that it will work out because they are incompetent. It's eerily quiet in here. I don't think there's anyone in this part of the ship, at least. Looks like the hostages are on one of the upper floors. It's just kind of... Oh, weird. Weird. There's a non-zero chance of that being a bug. But apparently it's a chest on an airliner that we already visited in this game. Like the exact same airliner that we visited. Huh? How the hell did you get in here? No time for talking. I'm ready if you are.
Hostile spotted.
Well,
Beginning combat.
what a rude way to position them. Wow. You know what? I don't want to waste time.
Okay.
My
Target's eliminated.
Not worth wasting time. Gah. Still not dead though, despite swords and magical weapons that should probably not have a non-lethal setting. At least have like one of them use a club instead of a sword. Damn kids. Sorry, yes. I said club instead of sword, which instantly made me think of how in the first series, Trails in the Sky, Estelle uses a staff. Non-lethal. Easy justification. Crossbow. Tonfas. Non-lethal. Easy justification. Because at least one person in each of those games, in every fight, had a non-lethal option. This game, no one has a non-lethal weapon. Every weapon they're using is lethal. Because the staff shoots magic energy and presumably it's not that easy to control. But that's, maybe it's non-lethal. Damn kids. Just dumb. Like at least have them using swords that aren't sharp. Make it explicit right away that they're not using sharpened swords. Because for some reason they're using real swords, but they're not willing to kill anyone. It's a bit goofy. Phew, that wasn't so bad. No sign of reinforcements either. Not many of these guys are here at all, really. It appears. That way must lead to the bridge. I think we should check inside the bridge in the guest rooms, just in case. I'm all for it. So I guess I shouldn't go upstairs yet. Appears to be unconscious. Wow. Appears does some heavy lifting there, I assume. I mean, this is not the airship we were on previously, though, right? Guess I go here first. And just stab a fool in the back. Hey, what's with all the noise outside? Wait, who are you?
We'll have to.
My turn.
Again, instantly drawing like a real weapon on this guy,
I'll handle it.
yet being unwilling to kill him.
Very well.
Of course.
Let's move.
As always, I can respect them being unwilling to kill people. Just use appropriate weapons. Ew, I wasn't expecting to actually run into one of them in here. Maybe he was on break. Hold on, he's got something on him. Card key 1. This looks like a card key? Why card key instead of key card? I guess because it's a key in the shape of a card. Card key, key card. I wonder if it's a regional difference. We might be able to use it for something. Let's take it with us. I need to heal people. That heals a lot for a revive spell. So I don't know if I want to go there or if I want to go up. I guess I want to go to the bridge first, probably. Well, here's the bridge. I'm guessing that... Shh, I can hear voices inside. What? You still can't get in touch with them? You do realize that until we get our ransom money, you ain't going nowhere, right? I'm trying, but the reception here is so bad, I can't get through. It's weird though, because this text box is showing up on the bottom right guy, but the middle dropout was the one that was yelling, presumably at the middle mechanic dude. It's just weird, the one that was talking first. Don't give me excuses. But we really do have shit for luck. The last plan was ruined by those kids back in Nord. Now this? What should we do? This area is perfect for staying unnoticed, but if we can't get any ransom money... Yeah, we'll try one more time, but if that fails, we're gonna have to find somewhere else. Breaking out of jail was enough trouble as it is. We can't let a chance like this pass us by. His foot is clipping through the floor. It's very funny. As soon as we get that ransom money, the world will know Bugbear's a real Jaeger Corps. Do they have a licensing system? Like, oh, you're only a real Jaeger Corps if you've earned X amount of money in the last 10 years? They still haven't given up on making a name for themselves, huh? They don't seem to have learned a thing from before. It sounds like failing in Nord has just made them that much more determined to succeed. I can't believe they got away from Calvard. Guess they probably took advantage of the chaos over in Calvard to escape. However they got here, that doesn't change our objective. Let's get back to stopping them and finding the hostages. So I'm assuming I don't fight them here? Yeah. At least they didn't leave their hostages behind yet. They might do that later, but... It opened. No one cares about the random dialogue after. No one's here. Actually. There's someone right there. I can sense people on the other side of the door. And Fee would also be able to, based on what has been established in the past. Given that we couldn't find the hostages anywhere on the lower floors, seems like they're all being kept here. Probably going to be a lot of people guarding them too. Get ready, guys. Do I just go for the hostages? I think so. And just who are you? Where did you come from? Are you here to rescue us? Please help. Here goes. I mean, commencing suppression of the targets. Absolute, just
I'll handle
classic, everything solved by incompetence. Like, the only reason this works is because they don't use the hostages as hostages. You're supposed to use hostages by shooting them, threatening to shoot them. You don't just ignore them when people show up. You threaten their lives. Ugh. They could at least write better. Like, honestly, it wouldn't be that difficult.
Impossible.
Like,
It's my turn.
I mean, without doing this, how would they get a combat scenario here? But again, like,
What a waste of our time.
like, if they have hostages, they would use the hostages. They're just incompetent and not in an interesting way. It's not a funny gag. It's just dumb. This can't be happening. Curse you. Wow. What's the purpose of... Oh, that's, what's his boy? Ricky. I think. Anton's friend is the guy on the second from the right. I'm happy we found him. Alright. I think we've got things under control. They did it. Then we're saved? What's going on? One of these hostages looks kind of familiar. Anyway, please calm down. We've secured an escape route out of the ship for you. Please follow it to safety. If you're quiet, they shouldn't notice. But we appreciate that truly, but who are you? They're the promising youngsters of Thor's Military Academy's Class VII. This guy, like, they never really made good use of him. Every previous arc, the news was a central part to the story. This one, he showed up once in the previous game, and now he showed up for the second time this game. Aren't you Norton? You're alright. Haha, we weren't expecting to run into a familiar face among the hostages, she says, after Reen, at least internally, was like, there's a familiar face here. I think referring to Ricky at the time. I can't believe you, of all people, ended up being taken hostage. Same here. I thought you were working as a war correspondent for the Noble Alliance. I am. I ended up getting dragged into this as I was heading off on a business trip related to that. It's funny that you guys would be the ones to come to my rescue. Perhaps this too is the will of Adios. Maybe so. That's quite praiseworthy when you think of how heavily the press is being censored right now. But enough of that. We're just glad to see you're okay. I've been hearing all about that, about what you've been up to too. We wish we could do a nice article about you guys, Valimar and the Courageous, but given the circumstances... Writing about the Courageous would be one thing, but Valimar too? Why did... They always refer to it as the Ashen Knight. Why does he know the name? He referred to it as Valimar, right? Maybe not. Maybe Emma just revealed the name for no reason. I wasn't paying enough attention, and this game doesn't have a log feature to let you look back at dialogue that you missed. I think it'd be best to keep him quiet. Don't put yourself at risk for it. Oh, sorry. I suppose this isn't really the time to be having a leisurely chat like this, huh? Leave evacuating everyone here to me. You should get back to your mission. There are more hostages above here. They're the more well-off passengers, like nobles and merchants who are being used for ransom money. Please, save them. We will, don't worry. You take care, Norton. There are a lot of rocks inside the ship that you can hide behind until they're outside the ship. A lot of rocks outside the ship that you can hide behind until you're done. Good to know, thank you. Let me talk to Ricky. They all escaped. Wow, we got another key card, or card key. Unconscious. Again. If they don't use hostages as hostages, what's the point of having hostages? Norton mentioned something about more hostages. I guess I should heal though. Everyone's full. I'll sit for a second. And we're good. I don't know if... Oh, I didn't change my layout for characters. I forgot again. Please, just let us go. If it's money you want, just take it. I beg you, stop this madness. Shut up, that's enough from you. We'll get all the mirror we need from the ransom money. Besides, mirror is secondary here, but what we really want is the achievement of pulling us off. What do you mean? We want to be known as the guys who are able to hijack a plane. Why are they calling it a plane? It's an airship. In a nation with a military as crazy as this. We are not going to be able to call ourselves a proper Jaeger Corps if we can't outsmart the Erebonian military. Why is the guy on the left's gun red? The Hibel or Klein's gun was blue. But it, like, what makes it one red, what makes one blue? Now that you know, pipe down till we get our damn ransom money. That goes for you young ladies too. Unless you want those pretty faces of yours all scratched up. Adios, help us. Stop right there, criminal scum. Still dumb though that you would announce yourself instead of sneaking up behind them and knocking them out like that, but whatever. What on earth? Where'd you kids come from? How'd you even get here? Wait a second, I recognize you. You don't need to announce yourself, just hit them with your sword and move on. Formal request, no one cares that there's a formal request. A formal request? How does a request from Klein count as a formal request? It's just a request. What's an informal request in this world? Elise's brother, he totally is. You train the same year as Elise? I mean, it wouldn't necessarily be. We'll get you out of here. Don't get cocky, brats. I can't believe the same kids who screwed us over in Nord are back at it again. You've got no idea what we went through because of you. I'm thrilled you remember us. They don't seem to understand that they were the ones in the wrong. You deserved everything you got. Bah, you'll live to regret what you did. You're going to be the first victims of the newly founded Bugbear Jaeger Corps. You're joking, right? You think this is going to cut it? Do you honestly think you can make a name for yourself just by hijacking a plane? Again, it's an airship, not a plane. In the middle of a war? Say that again. Real Jaegers live on the battlefield, labeled reapers and warmongers, but accepting their karma all the same. That was what Zeno, Leo, and the boss taught me. But looking at you, I don't think you have the resolve to do that. You people no doubt lack the sense of dignity and self-respect that Fee possesses. Ugh, you think you're all so tough. What do you know about us? Wow, it's almost like Class 7 is completely incompetent, but they only win because the people they fight are even more incompetent. Because, okay, realistically, these people should have shown up and shot them to death. Except bullets don't actually kill people. It's just dumb. Reinforcements? Boss, you came for us. They all look the same. How do they recognize their boss? By voice, I assume. We figured something was up when the guys in the lounge didn't give their last report. But you've really done it this time. I bet you're the ones who let all those hostages go, too. So stupid. We're gonna make you regret you ever crossed us. Fill them up full of holes, boys. We'll celebrate our day as a new corps by dancing on their corpses. Yeah. They might have the advantage here, but they don't have the advantage. They don't have the numbers advantage. They don't have any advantage except is going to be an ambush, maybe? They might have the advantage here, but we can't afford to lose. I'm right there with you. Let's go.
Oh no, we're all messed up.
Game design. Game design. Game design. Game design. Game design. Fight and counter design. Top tier. So interesting. This can't be happening. We lost not once, but twice to those guys. We had you surrounded. How'd we lose? It's just dumb writing. Positioning alone doesn't determine the outcome of battle. Game design does. It might help, but at the end of the day, experience is what matters most. And theoretically, they should have a lot more experience, but whatever. You're finished. Give it up and hand over the hostages. Ugh. Elise's brother is so cool. Thank goodness, now we can get used as actual hostages, don't think this is over. Come on, boys. Yay, they're actually using the hostages as hostages. Good job. You should have done that from the start. Ah. Eek. Haha, the tables have turned now. Except they never should have had to have been turned in the first place because you should have used them as hostages that they were in the first place. If their lives mean anything to you, you're going to do as we tell you. Absolute trash. You don't know when to give up, do you? Oh, this writing. Reen is so stupid. They kidnapped people. They use them as hostages. You're like, you don't know when to give up when they use their hostages as hostages. Like, come on. Oh, you've lost this battle. Accept it and stand down. They're using the hostages as hostages. This writing is so bad. Oh, my will to show mercy. Please, Fee, actually kill somebody. Please. It would be so much more interesting if they just killed a guy. I wouldn't be so sure about that. I'm just skimming through this because I'm hating this writing because it's bad as always. Again, blue gun for some reason. Ga, Ak. Except again, it's not like Hibel and Klein are competent, have been justified as competent enough to be able to get in front of the people and take out the Jaeger dropouts before they shot some people. Like, they had a gun pointed at them and they didn't pull the trigger and they had plenty of time. Nice timing, except it doesn't actually make sense. It's just bad writing as always. Door was locked. All the ships are under our control now. No one cares. Wait, no, she's not chess club. He's some sort of intelligence club. But what club was it? Hibel. You guys are A-okay over there. More students. You gotta be kidding me. Sorry, I'm skimming the rest of this. The writing is trash. Everyone's safe. Took out all the lookouts by himself. Really? That's some pretty impressive work. Some kind of dream. We're Jaegers. Sure, we dropped up. We were still Jaegers. Beaten twice by a bunch of kids. Blah, blah, blah. No one cares. The writing is so bad. The writing is so bad. Oy, oy, oy. I still can't quite piece together where Hibel was from. I can probably check the, like, character info tab to figure that out. I guess I have people to talk to next time. Thank you, everyone. Can't imagine that would have gone half as well. We owe you guys. We should be thanking you. You were the one who stepped in. Made me proud to be a member of your club. Calm down. Except, I mean, it only worked because the Jaegers don't know how to use hostages. Like, oh, they step forward, shoot one of them in the foot. They keep stepping forward, shoot them in the leg. Like, it only worked because they don't use hostages as hostages. And that doesn't make sense for people that were willing to take hostages. I understand that, like, sometimes people take hostage in, at least in fiction. I can't imagine it's happening in real life. But people fake it. It's all a bluff? Sure. But these people don't... there was no justification of it all being a bluff. That they weren't willing to kill a bunch of children. So... like, they were trying to kill Class 7. So they would have killed the hostages just fine. So they should have shot them. But they didn't. And it didn't make sense that they didn't. But whatever. I'm not reading this because the writing's just dumb. Wow, they've joined us on the crew now. Klein. Oh, why can't I remember what he did? Wrath. Klein and Hibel. New orbment. Fire orbment. Hydro cannon R. Wrath. Counterattacks after evading always crit, which is good. So, Klein was not Klein, Hibel. Wind Orchestra, who broke his arm. Yes. I forgot about him because I didn't care about the Wind Orchestra because it isn't really much of a wind orchestra because the second year head of the wind orchestra plays violin, a string instrument. It's so silly. Why do his glasses here look better than in the like other part of the game? The glasses actually look like glasses. Pretty goofy. This image of Nicholas looks very weird. That image of Dorothy more appropriately captures her character. It's funny. I still am convinced that he's a villain. That's weird looking. I'm distracted by these pictures. Like, that doesn't look like her at all. Though it does look like the type of picture that they would take when she was super carefully set up for the first image, first picture taken at the start of the year for like a student ID type thing. Perfectly captures the character. That one isn't quite right. That's a bit too bright of a character compared to what he actually is, right? That's not right. That doesn't quite match. It's funny. Different eyebrows, different hair and stuff. It's funny. Forgettable character. That fits him perfectly. That's not quite right. He's smiling in a more happy looking way than I think normally he appears. Sure, that doesn't quite look right. That looks so much more evil. And that one looks more, I don't know, like her mind was wiped and she got turned into a priest against her will. God, it captures the creepiness, but that one looks way more like a 30-year-old man than he normally looks like. That actually is the exact same image. There's no difference. These ones are all pretty good. They're all like cell shaded-y, which is weird. But I guess everything is just more distinct on these guys. I don't know if cell shaded is the correct term, but just he shouldn't be a member of the class anymore. Easy. Anyway, I'm wrapping it up here. The writing for that quest was terrible. It only worked out because the people holding hostages didn't use the hostages as hostages. And it, for some reason, became even more apparent that none of the people in the class have non-lethal weapons, yet they're able to fight everyone non-lethally. It's like playing Dungeons and Dragons and being like, oh, I fight this guy with my giant two-handed sword. And then after swinging and killing them, I'm like, non-lethally. I would never do that. But like the idea of, oh yeah, I'm swinging this giant hunk of metal. The worst that happens to them is they get knocked unconscious. So easy, so straightforward. No difference. It's just as easy to make them unconscious as it is to kill them. Which is why they never kill anyone. It's just silly. I understand not having teenagers murder people. That makes sense. I'm just... give them blunt weapons and not swords and guns. It would be nice. Yeah. I'll wrap it up here. Hoping it gets better next time. And I'll continue. Then, I get to talk to Ricky and Anton though. That could be fun. So, hoping that will be a bit of fun. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.